First Baptist Church of Kimberling City presents a fresh look with Fresh Start.
Good morning, church, and welcome to a fresh start. You know, sometimes we struggle and have pain in our lives from things that we do. I know I was working at the house the other day and I was up and down a ladder over and over, and I realized the next day the results of up and down the ladder was still with me. There was some pain in the calves. There was some hurting in the joints. This morning, what I want to do at Fresh Start is just to encourage you through the pains of life. We turn in our Bibles to Genesis 32. And Jacob is there, and he is at a place called Peniel, a place where he saw the face of God. In verse 30 it says, "So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God's face to face, and my life is preserved. Just as he crossed over Peniel, the sun rose on him, and he limped on his hip." Now, some of us are walking with a spiritual limp, a place where we carry the wounds of disobedience. If you remember this story of Jacob, what was happening was he was wrestling with either God or the angel of God during the night, and they were into a struggle. And the angel of the Lord or God said, "Let me go before the sun comes up." And Jacob said, "I'm not going to let you go until you bless me." So the struggle continued, and it says that this angel, this force, touched his hip, the hip joint, and dislocated it. And from that day on, Jacob limped on his hip. Now, what is that for me and you? Well, the truth of the matter is, the limp showed Jacob God's power. See, Jacob's name was changed to Israel, God's people. And out of that, the limp was always there as a reminder. Sometimes you and I have spiritual pain and limps that are there that God allows to be there in our life just to remind us of His presence, His power, and His purpose. I don't know what yours could be, but I know I limp quite a lot. I have seen where I have wrestled with God. I have seen the difficulties that come, but I've also seen the magnificent power and promise of God. What's your limp? Are you trying to get rid of it? Does it still bring up pain? If it does, know this: God is using that to remind you of His greatness and His goodness. So today, as you get a fresh start, remember, no pain, no gain. No, remember this: in the midst of pain, God's there to prove something to us and show us His power in life. This morning, may you have a fresh start.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share Fresh Start. Fresh Start is a ministry of First Baptist Church, Kimberling City.